YouTube, what is up? Madden 27 is here, and we're starting it off with an Arizona Cardinals rebuild. First thing I want to say, when I look at this Arizona Cardinals roster, it is a very talented team. You got Trey McBride, Budda Baker, Josh Sweat, Walter Nolan, who's a young talent, and Paris Johnson, who they drafted in the first round out of Ohio State, a promising left tackle. But the one glaring need on this team is obviously quarterback. Jacoby Brissett is a fine bridge quarterback, but they really don't have a long-term solution. Maybe it can be Carson Beck. He looked pretty damn good in that Hall of Fame game in Canton, Ohio. So I think what the plan is in year one of this rebuild, I'm going to let Jacoby Brissett play about until the halfway point in the season, and then if we're not doing so well, I'm going to give the young talent in Carson Beck a chance to prove himself as a starter. And actually, guys, I like Carson Beck. He was actually the preseason favorite to be the #1 overall draft pick in I think 2024 or 2025, but kind of had a down year and some bad moments with Georgia. But overall with Carson Beck, I think the talent is there. Then over here in the running back room, obviously Jeremiah Love, who they drafted with the top 4 pick out of Notre Dame. He's an absolute stud. This offense has a lot of weapons, guys. Trey McBride, he's a 99 overall tight end, the only 99 overall tight end on the game this year. Michael Wilson, who they're actually listing as the wide receiver 1 on this team over Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't know how I feel about that. I really like both of these wide receivers. I think I'm going to go ahead and change this, though. I think I'm going to make Marvin Harrison Jr. the wide receiver 1 on this team. So I will be adjusting the lineup for that. And then I mentioned Paris Johnson earlier, young, talented left tackle. Overall, this offense is very solid. I think they're just a quarterback away from really being one of the best offenses in the league. They also have James Conner, who is a pretty good running back. For some reason, he's not listed on the lineup here. Tyler Algier, who they also signed in free agency from the Atlanta Falcons. This is a very talented running back room. Trey Benson out of Florida State, who they drafted a few years back. This might be the most talented running back room in the NFL. Now, defensively, again, this is a very young, talented group. You got Budda Baker, who's one of the top safeties in the league. Will Johnson, who they drafted last year out of Michigan. I really like him as a corner. Walter Nolan, who they also drafted in the first round out of Ole Miss, defensive tackle. Josh Sweat, we all know, is an amazing player. And then Garrett Williams, I think he tore his ACL last season, so he's trying to bounce back from that ACL injury, but he was very promising his rookie season. Max Melton is another one of those players. I think he got injured last season, if I'm not mistaken. He's a guy I really like a lot. And then Denzel Burke out of Ohio State, who they drafted last year. He's a guy who I like a lot. Overall, I think this is a very talented team. Like I said, I really do just think they're a quarterback away. I also forgot to mention Mike LaFleur is the new head coach of this team. We'll see how they roll out with him in his first season. But yeah, guys, first change of the depth chart, I'm actually going to make Marvin Harrison Jr. the wide receiver 1 on this team, really trying to prioritize his development, especially in year 3. This is kind of a make or break year for Marvin Harrison Jr. I think I'm also going to swap Reggie Virgil and Devin Duvernay. I really see Duvernay as more of a special teams player. And Reggie Virgil in his rookie season, I want to prioritize his development. So we're going to make Reggie Virgil the wide receiver 4 on this team. And then I'm also going to make Will Johnson the cornerback 1 on this team over Garrett Williams. I do like Garrett Williams a lot, but I really see Will Johnson as a cornerstone player on this defense moving forward. And yeah, guys, we're going to prioritize the young development on this team. We're going to spend our skill points to upgrade these players. Reggie Virgil, of course, we want to upgrade. I'm actually interested to see how Reggie Virgil plays in his rookie season. Carson Beck, like I said, Carson Beck is 100% going to start at some point in this season. But the amount of young talent on this Arizona Cardinals team is really insane, guys. In year 1, I don't really know how good they're going to be. I think they're going to be in the running for an Arch Manning or a Dante Moore in the 2027 NFL draft. We haven't even played a game yet, but I'm already looking ahead to the 2027 NFL draft. Maybe Dante Moore and Arch Manning, Drew Mestemaker, or even a Darian Mensah. We'll see how the season plays out. But most likely, we're going to be drafting one of these guys, unless Carson Beck can show us something here in year 1. But we're going to go ahead and sim to the midway point in the season. Let's see how the Jacoby Brissett-led Arizona Cardinals start off the season. See you guys in a bit. At the midway point in the season, we're starting off just how I expected. 2-5, last place in the NFC West in a tough division too. I don't think we're going to make the playoffs starting off 2-5. So what I'm going to do is the obvious. Carson Beck is now the starter. He's going to be the starter for the rest of the season. No more Jacoby Brissett. I'm not even thinking about Gardner Minshew, so don't mention it in the comments. And yeah, Jacoby Brissett was absolutely terrible, guys. 5 touchdowns, 6 interceptions with a 54% completion percentage. After begging for that new contract, he's playing absolutely awful. So it's Carson Beck time. Jeremiah Love's off to a strong rookie season start, 523 yards and 6 touchdowns. Tyler Algier is also not doing bad. Marvin Harrison Jr. is having a breakout season, guys. 43 receptions, 716 yards and 2 touchdowns. Michael Wilson's also having a very good year, 625 yards and 1 touchdown. Keep in mind, guys, that we're only at the halfway point in the season. We've only played 8 games. Both these guys are on pace for 1,000 yards. Proven to be one of the best wide receiver duos in the league. Trey McBride, our 99 overall with 279 yards, 0 touchdowns. That's very surprising. Looks like Jeremiah Love already unlocked a superstar ability in year 1 at only halfway in the season. That's kind of crazy. We're going to go ahead and give him goal line back, though. And for the second ability, we're going to go ahead and give him second wind. And for our traits, we're going to go ahead and give him run over. But guys, Jacoby Brissett is 33 years old. Maybe there's a team that has an injured quarterback and they want to trade for Jacoby Brissett. I don't know why they would want to, especially with the season he's having this year. But let's go ahead and see what we can get for Jacoby Brissett. The only offer we're getting is Antonio Gibson. He's a running back. We don't need any more running backs in this loaded running back room. That's crazy. That's the only offer we're getting for Jacoby Brissett. Okay, we will not trade him. We'll just go ahead and keep him. I don't know why James Conner, for whatever reason, is not on the roster. Super weird, because he would have been an excellent trade asset. Yeah, there's not really anyone on the roster I'm willing to trade at the moment. I guess Budda Baker doesn't really fit the timeline of the team, you could say, because he's 30 years old. Let's see what we can go ahead and get for Budda Baker. Just looking at offers, guys. Dre Greenlaw wouldn't be bad, although the injury. I'm really looking for a young talent. Joe Alt. He's one of the most young, promising tackles in the league. I don't think this is a realistic trade, though. I do not think the Chargers would do this. J.K. Dobbins is great, but of course we don't need another running back. This Joe Alt deal I really want to do, guys, but it's not realistic at all. I don't think the Chargers would do this. This is, like I said, one of the most promising tackles in the league. They just drafted him. He's on a rookie contract, and Budda Baker's getting up there in age. We got Cam Bynum. Wouldn't be bad either. I think I'm going to go ahead and hold off on the Budda Baker trade for now, guys. I do like Zach Charbonnet. Jalen Petrie. Wow. This Jalen Petrie deal is kind of calling my name, guys. We're going to go ahead and hold off on it, though. We'll go ahead and hold off on the Budda Baker trade, but those are some amazing trades. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and sim to the end of the season. Let's see how Carson Beck does as a starter. All right, guys, so we ended the first year of this rebuild with a 4-13 record, guys. This is about what I expect from the Arizona Cardinals. I think at their highest, they're winning 7 games this year. It's a good roster, but like I said, the quarterback position is a huge question mark. We ended the season as one of the worst teams in the league. It looks like we're going to have the 4th overall pick in the 2027 NFL draft. Definitely looking to draft a quarterback. But honestly, guys, Carson Beck didn't do too bad as the starter. Nearly 2,600 passing yards, 14 touchdowns and 9 interceptions, a 56% completion percentage. Honestly, not bad, but we all know how the NFL works. If you have a top pick, you're going to draft one of these top QB prospects. And Carson Beck would have had to been outstanding for us to look a different way and not draft a quarterback. But with the amount of young talent on this team, and probably the biggest hole on this team being quarterback, we're going to be drafting the quarterback in the 2027 NFL draft. Jeremiah Love had an excellent rookie season, guys. 1,100 rushing yards and 10 touchdowns. That's got to be an offensive rookie of the year season. Marvin Harrison Jr. with an absolute breakout year, guys. 1,457 yards and 5 touchdowns. Michael Wilson also had an excellent year. 1,300 yards and 6 touchdowns. This has got to be one of the best wide receiver duos in the NFL with a season like this. Trey McBride, 723 yards, 2 touchdowns. Would want a little bit more out of my 99 overall. Due to the breakout years of Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson, we're going to go ahead and let it slide. For the coaching staff, I'm going to go ahead and give Mike LaFleur one more year. His approval rating is very bad with the 22 approval rating. But in year 2, this is a make or break year for Mike LaFleur. At minimum, I want 8 wins. If we get anything lower than that, we're probably looking to fire Mike LaFleur and hire someone else. Mock drafts are saying we're going Drew Mestemaker with the 4th overall pick. It's re-sign week, guys. I'm absolutely looking to re-sign Michael Wilson after the season he just had. And Marvin Harrison Jr., maybe he gets that contract extension. We picked up the 5th-year option on Marvin Harrison Jr., an absolute no-brainer. And all right, Michael Wilson agrees to sign the long-term extension, guys. We have locked up Michael Wilson. I think we're going to go ahead and let Kendrick Bourne walk, guys. I like him, but I think he's an easily replaceable wide receiver. Taking a look at the free agents, guys, the top guys were Rashee Rice, Jaquan Brisker, Ed Oliver, Patrick Queen. This is a pretty solid free agency class. I'm more so looking at the offensive line. We really could use a left guard and a right guard. I'm trying to negotiate with Warren McClendon Jr., guys. We could really use a right tackle. He's the top right tackle in this class. Really just trying to make moves around the edges, just small moves in this free agency. I'm really focused on the draft. John Runyon, let's see what he wants. Really would like to secure a left guard here for the future. Okay, we'll increase your bonus 500K. Come on, don't be greedy. Don't be greedy. All right, we'll increase your bonus if that's what you want. I'm so desperate for a guard here. Please just sign with us. There we go. Submitted our offer to John Runyon. And that's pretty much it in free agency. Not really willing to spend in this free agency, honestly. All right, guys, our signing in free agency was John Runyon, the left guard. It may not look like a huge signing, but we really needed a left guard. Really looking to protect our young quarterback who we're going to be drafting. And yeah, guys, we're simming to the NFL draft. It's time to draft our future franchise quarterback. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Jeremiah Smith probably going to go #1 overall to the New York Jets. Honestly, guys, the quarterback I'm looking at is Arch Manning. I like Drew Mestemaker. I like Dante Moore, of course, but I really do think Arch Manning is the quarterback 1 in the draft. I'm hoping he falls to us. And yeah, let's simulate to our draft pick. And it looks like Drew Mestemaker actually went #1. Yeah, guys, I'm not even looking at offers, guys. Arch Manning is our guy. Arch Manning, you are officially an Arizona Cardinal. We're going to make you our franchise quarterback. Arch Manning in an offense of Jeremiah Love, Trey McBride, Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr., and a young up-and-coming offensive line. This is going to be one of the most promising young offenses in the entire NFL. I'm so excited for year 2 of this rebuild. Yeah, guys, with our next overall pick, I'm looking at a right tackle. Right tackle is really a huge weakness of this team. Defensively, I think we're pretty solid, honestly. Maybe can use another linebacker. Dante Moore actually went to the Houston Texans. Wow, they're actually looking to replace CJ Stroud. Let's go ahead and simulate to our next draft pick. I don't know when it will be, probably somewhere in the 2nd round. The 36th pick. Let's see what kind of offers we can get. Draft picks. Nah, I think I'm going to go ahead and stick around and make this pick. Let's go ahead and see what kind of tackles are on the board. Really looking for a right tackle here. Why not? Let's go ahead and draft tackle here. Mitch Williams. Oh, wow. They're actually calling it a bad pick. I don't care. We're going to go ahead and develop him. Here's what our draft class is looking like. Arch Manning, Mitch Williams, Aiden Eaton, Jackson Wembley, Courtney Griggs, Andy Rudolph, and Matthias Mathis. What a name there. Here's what the offense is looking like in year 2. We got Arch Manning, Jeremiah Love, Marvin Harrison Jr., who's now an 85 overall. Michael Wilson as wide receiver 2. Trey McBride still a 99 overall. We got Paris Johnson, John Runyon, who we just signed. Fro Holt, the center. Chase Bezantis, who had a very promising rookie season. And then the right tackle, I'm still looking to upgrade. We kind of addressed it in the draft with Mitch Williams. I want to prioritize his development, but at the same time, I'm really trying to win games already in year 2 of this rebuild because I really do think this team is talented enough. Defensively, we're going to be solid again. Will Johnson, Josh Sweat, Walter Nolan. Kind of the same faces as last season, year 1 of the rebuild. But we're going to go ahead and spend some of these attribute points and upgrade some of these players. All right, guys, it's officially time to start year 2 of this rebuild. Week 1 versus the Los Angeles Rams. I'm actually going to play in this game, guys. I'm only going to play some of the moments of this game. I don't want to play a full game, but I really want to try out Arch Manning and this offense. All right, we're actually starting on defense. Let's give this defense a try here. This is a tough matchup. First game of the year. We got to play. Oh, did we just give up a touchdown first play of the game? Oh, nope, he's down at the 1. Are we only going to get some of the defensive moments? Let's see. This is tough, man. To play the Rams week 1, and you're telling me to stop Matthew Stafford, Puka, Devontae Adams. Looks like they got Romeo Doubs now too, Kyron Williams. Wow. Let's go. Let's stop him at the 1. This young, up-and-coming defense here. I'm really trying to play with the offense, though. Got loads of weapons. Try to get a sack. Let's try to hold him to a field goal here if we can. All right, Josh Sweat just absolutely bowled it up. Josh Sweat just went down with an injury. No, we cannot afford to have him go down, especially week 1. Come on. The defensive line, though, is absolutely insane. Walter Nolan and Caleb Proctor, 2 young stud defensive tackles there. Okay, it looks like we stopped him at the 1, but it is the Rams. They're probably going to go ahead and go for it. Yep, I knew it. It's the Rams. Of course they're going to go for it down at the 1. Why wouldn't you when you have Matthew Stafford? Let's go ahead and try to get this stop here. Nope, we can't. Blake Corum, one of the best red zone running backs there. Of course, he's going to go ahead and score. There we go. We're finally playing offense. I'm not going to go ahead and play this whole game. Why is Arch Manning? Whoa. Why is Arch Manning number 22? And first of all, why does he not look like Arch Manning? Okay, let's see if we can rush it in. Oh, close. Okay, we definitely need to change the look of Arch Manning because what is that? What is that? That is actually insane. Jeremiah Love gets in there. First touchdown of the season goes to Jeremiah Love. This is crazy. Whoever did this roster, they did not mess with the face creations or anything like that. I didn't know we were playing with Cam Newton. All right, let's see if we can air it out. Trey McBride, our 99 overall tight end. What was that? We're going to go ahead and go for it because why not? Why not go for it on fourth down when you got this good of an offense here? Marvin Harrison Jr. Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's go, Marv. Try to get Trey McBride on this deep route here. Over the top. What a throw. What a throw. What a dive. What a catch. Let's go. What a toss. Let's go. Let's see if we can score here. Looking at Kendrick Bourne. Looking at Marv. The thing is, the Rams secondary is kind of food. So we can kind of play with the Rams secondary here. Actually, no, I forgot they got Trent McDuffie. Let me take that back. I forgot they traded for Trent McDuffie. Oh, we got Kendrick. We got Kendrick. There we go. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne. All right, there we go. I just wanted to play 2 drives. We're going to go ahead and sim the rest of this game, though. Just wanted to try out the offense, guys. This is a simulation. This is not me playing. I will jump in a few games, but mostly I want this to be a realistic simulation, so I will not be playing. We actually lose to the LA Rams week 1 of year 2 of the rebuild, but there's no shame in losing to the LA Rams. They got a hell of a team. But we're going to go ahead and sim to the midway point in the season now, guys. Let's see if Arch Manning is having a solid rookie season. Hopefully he does. I honestly got high hopes. I know it's only year 1 for Arch Manning, but this team is really good, honestly. We have a really solid team. This is probably the point where I do go ahead and trade Budda Baker, though, and depending on how we're doing this season, it's all going to depend on that. If I feel like we can win maybe a playoff game or 2, then I'll go ahead and keep Budda Baker. But here's how we're doing at the midway point in the season. In only year 2 of this rebuild, we're 4-2. We're leading the stacked NFC West. But this division is really good. The Rams are 4-3, and they're somehow last place in the division. So this is going to be a very, very competitive division. So far in year 1 for Arch Manning, 1,400 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions with a 58% completion percentage. Not bad. Jeremiah Love's off to a solid year 2 season, 377 yards, 5 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson continuing to dominate as a duo. Trey McBride doing his thing as well. And yeah, guys, I don't think we really need to make any moves, honestly, because I like where we're at as a roster. I don't think I'm going to move off of Budda Baker. We're going to go ahead and sim the rest of this season, this year 2 season. Hopefully we can make a push for the playoffs. 4-2 record. I would say we have a pretty solid chance at making the playoffs at 4-2. As long as we don't have a catastrophic choke job, we should be good. But like I said, this division is very competitive, so who knows? This is insane. We only won 1 more game after the strong midway point start. We started off 4-2. We end the season 5-12. We only won 1 more game the rest of the way. What a catastrophic choke job. We actually ended the season on a 9-game losing streak. That is insane, unacceptable. Michael Floor, I think, is going to be out of the way here. I think we're going to go ahead and fire him. Yeah, he has a 7 approval rating. Michael Floor is getting fired. Arch Manning had a decent rookie season, 4,000 passing yards, 24 touchdowns, 18 interceptions. That's a little high for my liking. 57% completion percentage. Jeremiah Love had another solid season in year 2, 1,100 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. Marvin Harrison Jr. and Michael Wilson have back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Marvin Harrison Jr. with 10 touchdowns. Trey McBride had a little bit of a better season, 820 yards, 1 touchdown. Defensively, Josh Sweat with 12 sacks. You already know he's going to do his thing. Xavier Collins with 8.5 sacks. Caleb Proctor in year 2 with 5.5 sacks. Where's Walter Nolan? I want to see what Walter Nolan put up this year. Walter Nolan with 8 sacks in year 3, very solid. Some absolute unfortunate news, guys. Budda Baker has actually decided to retire. We should have traded him while we had the chance. Unfortunate, because we definitely could have got some very solid value out of him. We have officially re-signed Marvin Harrison Jr. to a long-term contract extension, locking up our wide receiver duo, Michael Wilson and Marvin Harrison Jr. Definitely wanted to retain our own here. And yeah, guys, in year 3 of this rebuild, I'm definitely going to be a lot more aggressive with trades here. Arch Manning has really progressed. Now with Budda Baker gone, guys, we really need to trade for a strong safety here. Let's see who's out there in the market. Let's see if we can get like a Grant Delpit. That would be pretty solid. It looks like there's no offers for Grant Delpit yet. Xavier Watts would be solid. They want Marvin Harrison Jr. or Mac Wilson? That's insane. That is definitely not happening. Actually, Mac Wilson wouldn't be a bad trade, but still, let's see who else we can get. Jaden Kennedy, only 22 years old, or 25, sorry. Dang, these guys are really stingy with their players. Javon Bullard, only 25, definitely fits the timeline of this team. Nobody's looking to trade a strong safety here. No offers for Michael Carter, 76 overall. That's insane. We definitely should have traded Buda Baker while we could have. It was looking so good at 4-2. That's why I didn't pull the trigger, but now I'm really wishing I did. Let's go ahead and do this Julian Blackmon for Trey Benson trade. Why not? Trey Benson is our running back 3. And here's how our team is looking in year 3 of this rebuild, guys. Honestly, nothing has really changed that much other than Buda Baker retiring. We haven't really added anybody huge, but I really like the cornerstone of this team, guys. And I truly just think this team is a team that needs time. We're only in year 2 of Arch Manning. I expect at least 8 to 9 wins in this next season. We're giving Mike LaFleur one more chance, guys. I actually didn't end up firing Matt LaFleur, but this is 100% his last chance here. But let's go ahead and send him to the midway point in the season of year 3 of this rebuild. Very excited here. We're sitting at 1-6. Somehow we're getting worse, guys. Year 3 of this rebuild, we are 1-6. It's time to hit the panic button here. I think we need a little bit of a shakeup here, guys. Trey McBride is honestly not performing like a 99 overall, guys. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do this Sauce Gardner trade. We get Sauce Gardner, a 1st-round draft pick, a 3rd-round draft pick, the 6th, and a 7th-round draft pick for a tight end who's honestly kind of underperforming so far. Never mind, we can't accept that trade. We could do this Justin Jefferson trade. We get Justin Jefferson, a 3rd-round pick, and a 7th-round pick. We get Jalen Ramsey. He's a bit on the older side, though. Definitely don't want to do that one. Jordan Tyson, a young up-and-coming wide receiver. Roquan Smith, Derek Brown, Xavier McKinney. Travis Hunter wouldn't be bad at all. Brian Burns, Drake London, 96 overall. T-Mac, who's only 25, he's a 95 overall. I really like this Sauce Gardner trade, though. But, guys, I think I'm going to go ahead and do this trade here for T-Mac. Guys, we're going to get T-Mac on the Arizona Cardinals. We do kind of have a loaded wide receiver room here. I think I'm going to go ahead and move off of Michael Wilson. Let's see the offers we can get for Michael Wilson here. Kool-Aid McKinstry, Chase Brown, DJ Moore. Honestly, these deals are not that bad, but they're not as good as I was kind of hoping for. Let's see if we can get a young, up-and-coming stud on the defensive side. Kool-Aid McKinstry is only 25 years old. We could do this Drazon Newton deal, but I like the defensive tackle duo we have at Walter Nolan and Caden Proctor. Zane McCollum, he's 29. Overall, I don't really love these deals. We could get a center here. I don't really love these deals for Michael Wilson, to be quite honest with you. I think I'm going to go ahead and do this deal for Kool-Aid McKinstry, guys. We're going to do Michael Wilson for Kool-Aid McKinstry, a 25-year-old cornerback there. Yeah, guys, that's how we're going to roll out the rest of the season, year 3 of this rebuild. All right, guys, it's free agency time. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we need on this team. Definitely need a center. Right guard Chase Mazantis is solid. Maybe could use a right tackle. Overall, I think year 4 of this rebuild is going to be a pretty solid season. I like what we have on the roster so far. Just need to address some of the holes in free agency. I like the cornerback room. I like the free safety. Okay. Overall, I think we're solid. I think we're going to make a big splash here in free agency. And definitely, year 4 of the rebuild is definitely, it's the year. I just know it. We're going to throw a bag here at Torrance here. Give him 2 years. We made the pitch to Torrance there. Let's go ahead and try to go center. Jared Wilson would be super solid. I'm pretty sure he's pretty young as well. Okay, he wants a bonus. We're giving you a bonus. Come on, man. We're giving you whatever you want. Whatever you want, man. We're desperate for offensive line here. Now let's go ahead and make a push. Devin Bush would be solid. How much does Devin Bush want? If we can sign a Devin Bush in free agency, that'd be super solid. He's going to want a lot of money here. We're at 98% interest with Devin Bush just signed, man. Okay, 100% interest. Devin Bush signed with the Chargers, no. All right, Tremaine Edmonds, we're moving to you, man. We're moving to you. What do you want? Let's go, Tremaine Edmonds. We signed Tremaine Edmonds. Let's see if we got any. Torrance signed with the Titans. Jared Wilson, man. Lloyd Cushenberry would be solid here. Whatever you want, Lloyd. There we go. We signed Lloyd Cushenberry. Perfect. I really forgot we traded Trey McBride. We definitely could use a tight end here in free agency. We're being super aggressive in this free agency. I have not been aggressive enough in free agency because I believed in the talent of this team, but we definitely needed some shakeups, seeing how the first 3 seasons played out. But we absolutely need to make these moves. Elijah Arroyo. Wow, they signed the Ravens signed Ferguson and Arroyo. That's not fair. Luke Musgrave, we're moving to you, man. I actually like Luke Musgrave. Here we go. We signed Luke Musgraves. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and sim the rest of the free agency. All right, guys, we're simming to the NFL draft. Let's see what we need here. Let's see what we need to address. Arch Manning's a 92 overall. Jeremiah Love, 96. T-Mac is actually a 99. So that trade we made, Trey McBride for T-Mac, is actually paying off. We got a 99 for a younger 99. Marvin Harrison Jr., an 89 overall. Paris Johnson, 87. Chase Bazantis in year 3 or 4. Is an 83 overall. Overall, our team's looking pretty solid, guys. Definitely a huge improvement. I don't know why Mac Wilson is not starting here, but we're definitely going to go ahead and change that. But yeah, guys, we actually have the 2nd overall pick. Let's see what kind of offers we get. Trade offers. It's all draft picks. I wanted a player, but we'll go ahead and make this selection. With the 2nd overall pick, do we just go ahead and take the best defensive player available here, which is an edge rusher, Ben Griffin. Obviously, we don't need a quarterback. The rest of these guys, yeah, let's go ahead and just take the best defensive player in this draft, which is Ben Griffin, apparently. Yeah, we're just going to go ahead and advance the rest of this draft. But we do get the top player on the board, top defensive player on the board with the 2nd overall draft pick. And yeah, I got high hopes for this next season here. Year 4 of this rebuild here. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sim to the midway point of year 4 of this rebuild. I'm expecting the playoffs in year 4 of this rebuild. Playoffs or bust here. I'm only doing 5 years of this rebuild. If we go 5 years, we don't win a Super Bowl, then this rebuild is an absolute failure. But this is the year I truly believe it'll turn around. I like our roster heading into year 4. Definitely wasn't as aggressive as I probably should have been. But we're actually doing really good, guys. At the midway point in the season, we're sitting with a 5-2 record. We're the 4th seed in the NFC so far. We're leading the NFC West. We all know how we started off last time, though. We went 4-2 and then only won 1 game the rest of the season. So hopefully that doesn't happen this time. Arch Manning's off to an excellent start to his year 3 season, guys. 2,100 yards, 18 touchdowns, and only 3 interceptions. 63% completion percentage. Our leading rusher for some reason is Cole Billups. Jeremiah Love on the season only has 13 carries. He's probably injured. We're going to go ahead and check the injury report after this. T-Mac's having an excellent year. So is Marvin Harrison Jr. Both looking to each eclipse over 1,000 yards. T-Mac with 11 touchdowns. Luke Musgrave has proven to be a pretty excellent signing thus far. 113 yards. Defensively, our free agent signing of Tremaine Edmonds. He's our leading tackler here. Having an excellent season. Xavier Collins at the midway point in the season already has 8.5 sacks. Wow, he's having a breakout season. And yeah, guys, Jeremiah Love is actually on the IR. He's injured. So is Caleb Proctor, Andrew Bababola, Will Shipley, and Reed Rogan. Those are some huge losses here. Definitely hoping to get Jeremiah Love back. We're going to go ahead and sim the rest of this season. Hopefully we can end this season off strong this time and let's make the playoffs. We actually ended the season 14-3 and we were the best team in the NFL, guys. Year 4 of this rebuild has been an absolute success. From starting off so bad the first 3 years of the rebuild to year 4 already being the best team in the league. All it took was being super aggressive in free agency and making a few trades. That T-Mac trade is really paying off. Yeah, guys, hopefully we can make some noise in the playoffs. It's looking like we're going to have a 1st round bye. Arch Manning had an MVP type season, 5,400 yards, 42 touchdowns, and 6 interceptions on a 65% completion percentage. That is definitely an MVP type season. Cole Billups, in the absence of Jeremiah Love, actually had 1,100 yards. Hopefully we're getting Jeremiah Love back soon, though. We're definitely going to need him for the playoffs. T-Mac with 1,800 yards. Marvin Harrison Jr., 1,400 yards. T-Mac actually had 25 touchdowns. That's definitely an offensive player of the year type season. What a season from T-Mac, and what a trade we made to get him. Tremaine Edmonds had an excellent season, 108 tackles. Xavier Collins ended the season with 13 sacks. Jordan Birch with 9 sacks there. Will Johnson, another 4 interception season. Walter Nolan only had 5.5 sacks. I'm wondering if he got injured as well. For some reason, Jeremiah Love is still on the IR, guys. It looks like we're going to head in the playoffs without Jeremiah Love. I don't know how to take him off the injury report. For some reason, there's just not an option to take him off here, which is super weird. If anybody knows how to do that, please let me know. But yeah, guys, in the divisional round, we're going to be playing the Seattle Seahawks, a divisional game. That's always a tough one. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and sim this week, guys. Hopefully we can take care of business, beat the Seattle Seahawks, and head to the NFC Championship here. Let's see. Did we pull off the miraculous win? We did. We actually beat them 37-31. What a game that was. We're playing the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship, guys. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and sim this. Can we beat the Philadelphia Eagles and make the Super Bowl? We haven't made the Super Bowl. We didn't even make the playoffs the first 3 years of this rebuild. Can we make it to the Super Bowl in year 4 of this rebuild? It looks like we just won. Let me see. I can't really tell because it's showing the Pro Bowl. Did we win or did we lose? I can't tell if we won or lost. It doesn't say. We're simming the Pro Bowl week. We made it to the Super Bowl, guys. We're playing the New England Patriots in the Super Bowl. This is going to be a tough one. Drake, May, and the boys in the Super Bowl. Let's see if we could take care of business here, guys. We're going to go ahead. We're going to watch the game. We're going to go ahead and jump into this one, guys. We're not going to actually play the game. We're just going to sim, and hopefully we can get like a cool cutscene or something if we do end up winning the Super Bowl. Playing at Raymond James Stadium, which is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's see if we can return a kick. No, we cannot. Okay. Let's go ahead and sim the rest of this ball game here, Super Bowl. I just want to get a cutscene if we can come out as champions. Sim to the rest of this game. We're down 7-0 so far. Please, man. Let's take care of business. 10-7, we're up in the Super Bowl. 17-7, it's looking so good so far. 17-7, we're taking care of business. 24-14, please do not choke. No, they're coming back. No. Oh, we just let a game win. Oh my God, we just let a game-winning drive. That was an insane game. Did you guys just see that back and forth? 38-35, guys. We win the Super Bowl in year 4 of this rebuild. We beat the New England Patriots. What a Super Bowl game that was. 38-35, guys. We kept Mike LaFleur the whole way. I know I wanted to fire him after year 2 of the rebuild. We didn't give up after those 3 tough seasons. But in year 4 of this rebuild, guys, we actually win and we are Super Bowl champions. This is incredible, guys. Year 4 of this rebuild, what a success. I thought we were going to get to year 5 and we weren't going to win the Super Bowl, man. Would have been a failure of the rebuild. We are Super Bowl champions in year 4 of this rebuild.